All right, so I think this is recording. Let's take a look here at problem number 8. We've got 5 transformations to apply on this function. The first transformation is on x because it's a shift to the right, a horizontal stretch. That's a transformation on x. Reflect the resulting graph across the x-axis. That's when our transformations on y start. So the first 2 transformations are affecting the x-coordinate, and the reflection here, the vertical shrink, and to push the graph down, those are all affecting the y-coordinate. So this new function, we take this reciprocal function, and to shift it to the right is x minus 3, and we take the reciprocal of 5, which is 1/5, and that's a horizontal stretch by a factor of 5. This is the output now after these transformations, and to reflect this graph across the x-axis, we put a negative sign on the outside after we've applied the function, which is the reciprocal function, and then to vertically shrink the graph, I need to multiply. So I need this to be a reflection and multiply by 3/4, and then push the graph down 1 unit. So this is my final answer. And I can go and I can check this on that Desmos graphing calculator. So let's key it in and let's do that. If our and I'm not gonna use function notation. I'll just use a normal equation. Our first transformation shifted the graph to the right, so this 1 over x will be minus 3 is to the right. And then the second transformation is still on the x coordinate, and we've got 1/5 of x minus 3. Those 2 transformations are affecting the x coordinate. Then our third transformation begins to affect the y coordinate, and it was a reflection and then our fourth transformation is the 3/4, and then 1/5, x minus 3, and then the last transformation pushes it down 1 unit. So there. All right, so let's see. These are directions, like, hey, these are the directions to get to my house. You know, you go down and you turn left at Grant Street, and then you turn right on 19th Street, and it's a map. It's a set of directions of how to get to this final graph. So here's this 1 over x, and it's a reciprocal function, and we want to shift that graph to the right 3 units. So there it is in blue. And now we want to work from this graph, and we want to horizontally stretch it by a factor of 5. So this vertical asymptote that is here at x equals 2 is going to get stretched to x equals 10. So we're going to see this graph that's in blue. No, that's not approaching. Oh, it's 3. I'm sorry. And so 3 times 5, it's going to get close to 15. Sorry about that. You see how the blue graph is getting close to that red line but never touching it? Well, now this new function is going to get close to this other, this blue line, this x equals 15 without touching it. You see, let's shrink out a little bit, and there you can see it. So now we're working off of this function, and there's that vertical asymptote. Well, where's that going to go now? This is going to be a reflection across the x-axis, so that's not going to affect the vertical asymptote. This green line, instead of approaching that over here from the right, it's going to this one that's down below is going to flip across the x-axis. So it's like that, and then we're going to see a vertical shrink. So this point here at 10.1 is going to be 10 3/4. This point is going to shrink towards the x-axis. So that point should be, if I can get close enough to it, there, 10 3/4. 3/4 as a decimal is 0.75, and then this -1, we're going to see, let's do the horizontal asymptote, which is right now y equals 0. That's the x-axis. So you see how that purple line is getting closer to the x-axis without touching it. Well, now it's going to get close to the line y equals -1. It's going to get close to this green line because it's going to get pushed down 1 unit. And see, there you see, now it's getting close to this green line and not the x-axis. So there's our final answer. So we started with this 1 over x. We went to the right. Then we did a horizontal stretch. Then we reflected that across the x-axis. Then we did a vertical shrink. And then we pushed it down. We pushed it down 1 unit. And that's our final answer. All right, so I hope that helps. I'll talk to you later. Bye.